Hey guys, Shelby Mathis here. And question we're getting is, what are some good short-term investments that you can do right now? If you know Infinity, you know that we buy for the long haul. We're looking at an infinite period of time for holding on to the investments that we go into. But if you're looking for certain things that are relevant to today's market right now, you just kind of look around yourself and say, what's going on in society? What are we missing? What do we need the most of? What type of activities would you see a big push and see growth in? Obviously, anything that got beaten down during the pandemic that is going to make a recovery, whether it be hotels, whether it be cruise ships, airlines, et cetera, as they come back, you should expect to see some decent numbers. And so you could probably see some pushes on some of those. Now, we tend to focus in on companies that are strong, whether it's going up, down, sideways. I would probably be focusing in more on the dividend aristocrats and dividend kings that have had a pullback that were harmed by the pandemic that you know are going to be coming back strong. So if you've seen a recent pullback on something, then this would be a time to go in and get them. And there's a ton of them. What you may want to do is kind of sort companies by the dividend yield. And if you see a higher yield, you know there's been a pushback on the share price and take a look at it. So there's things like, you know, the AT&Ts of the world, the Walmarts of the world, some things where there may have been some recent pullbacks. Walmart's probably not the best example, but AT&T definitely is. And you can look at some of those companies. Other things is what kind of world are we going to be living in now? You got your Walgreens and showing and demonstrating that they're a great company as far as getting things out there, as far as vaccinations and testing and things like that. What is our future going to be looking like? Is this something where it's, at least in the short term, in the next year or two, are we going to have to be dealing with this? And the answer is yes. So maybe might be something. You also may want to be looking at some of the companies that may not be something that you'd normally look at from a dividend aristocrat or dividend king standpoint, something that's paying out, but that got artificially harmed during this pandemic. And so you might be looking and watching closely entertainment stocks, things that it's really hard to get a hold of right now, like dishwashers and dryers and washing machines, things that are really difficult. Building houses right now. Right now we have the lowest inventory that I've ever seen in my lifetime of homes. And so things that go along with there, maybe you're looking at some of the builders saying, hey, there's only upward momentum here because we're underbuilt, and we had a year where, you know, lumber mills, a lot of them got shut down, and we had we saw lumber prices go up hundreds of percentage points. That's going to normalize, and that's going to benefit certain industries. So that's what I'd be looking at. Again, I tend to look at things on a much longer time horizon, but if somebody forced me to, I'd say, hey, these are some of the areas where I'd be focusing on for short-term investments.